Hey, welcome back to Math with Mr. Strands. This is Matthew C, Pre-Algebra Lesson 15D. I have been requested by a very special student to upload this video. So here I am doing it for you, all right? So number 15D, number 1. Here we go. We're going to find the surface area. So I'm going to first find this face right here. Okay, we know the base is 6. Okay, we know the height is 2. So that's going to be 12. And you know that back here, there is also going to be a 12 that we can't see. So 2 12s is going to start us with 24. Okay, I'm going to do the side here. So we got 8 right here is the length. 2 is the width, so that's 16. There's 2 16s. There's another one over here. So 2 of those is going to be 32. And then lastly, I need to do the top of this box, which is right here is 8. Okay, and we got 8 and 6, which is 48. 48 times 2, 96. Okay, I'm going to add up all these together, and I get 4 and 2 is 8. 8 and 6 is 14. That's 5, 6, 15. So 154 inches squared. Okay, number 2. Got a triangle first. So first I'm going to do this triangle over here. Okay, and remember, triangle is base times height times a half. Okay, so I got 8 times 8, which is 64. 64 times 1/2, okay, is going to be 32. We know that there are 4 sides on a pyramid, so I'm going to multiply 32 times 4. I get 128. Okay, then the last thing we need to do is get this base that we can't see. So imagine that there's a square as a base, and 8 times 8 is 64. So I'm going to add that to this. My final answer will be 8, 9, 192 inches squared. All right, number 3, simplify and solve. Long problem here, so bear with me. I'm going to start on the left side. So I got negative 2a plus a positive 8a. That is going to give me a positive 6a. 6a plus my 5a is 11a. I still have my negative 18. And on the other side, we're going to have negative a minus 5a is a negative 6a. And then 14 plus 2 is 16. Okay, I'm going to add 6a here to get rid of it, which means I have to do it on this side. So now I have 17a minus 18 equals 16. I'm going to add 18 on this side to get rid of it. I have to do it on that side. And I'm left with 17a equals 34. If I divide by 17 on both sides, it gets rid of the 17s, and a equals 2. All right, it wants me to check my work, so I'm going to plug in 2 every time I see a back in number 3. So I'm going to have negative 2 times 2 plus 8 times 2 minus 18 plus 5 times 2 equals a negative 2 plus 14 minus 5 times 2 plus 2. Okay, so starting on the left side, I got negative 2 times a positive 2 is negative 4. Okay, negative 4 plus, this is going to be 16. 8 times 2 is 16. So negative 4 plus 16 is 12. 12 minus 18 is a negative 6. Negative 6 plus 10 is a positive 4. So on the left side, I got a positive 4. On the right side, I need to do multiplication first. So this negative 5 times 2 right here is going to become a negative 10. I'm going to write that up here. All right, so I got negative 2 plus 14 is 12. 12 minus 10 is 2. 2 plus 2 is 4. So you know that you're correct. All right, number 5, I need to distribute that d. So 3 times d becomes 3d minus 7 times d, 7d. I got minus 12, and that equals 0. 3d minus 70 is a negative 4d minus 12 equals 0. I need to add 12 to get rid of it. I have negative 4d equals 12. Divide by negative 4, divide by negative 4. D is a negative 3. D is negative 3. All right, if I need to check my work, I'm going to put that in. So negative 3, 3 minus 7 minus 12 equals 0. So 3 minus 7 in the parentheses is negative 4. Negative 4 times a negative 3 is a positive 12. And then 12 minus 12 is 0, so you know that you're correct. All right, number 7, adding mixed numbers. Greatest common denominator of 8 and 4 is going to be 8. So this is going to stay the same. Got to change this denominator to 8, so that's times 2, 1 times 2. 5 plus 2 is 7. And I have to add on my big numbers again, 4 and 1, which is 5. Okay, number 8. Greatest common factor is going to be 20. Or I'm sorry, least common multiple is going to be 20. So 4 times 5, 3 times 5. This gives us 15. 5 times 4, 3 times 4, that's 12. That's going to give me 27 over 20. Got to add my whole numbers back on, 7 and 9, which is 16. Since it's 27 over 20, I can take another whole one, so that's going to be actually 17. There's 7 left over, so 17 and 7/20. Okay, number 9. Now we got subtraction. Greatest common or least common multiple of 5 and 9 is going to be 45. Okay, so 5 times 9, 3 times 9 is 27. 9 times 5, 8 times 5 is 40. Notice you cannot subtract 27 minus 40. It'll give you a negative number. Okay, so what we're going to do is rewrite these with the whole number outside. Write this minus 2. Okay, I'm going to borrow 1 from this 8, and that becomes a 7. Okay, I'm going to add 45 to the 27 because I'm going to take that 1 I borrowed and I'm going to put it back into my fraction, which 45 over 45 is 1, but then there's 27 over here, so I need to add 45 and 27, okay, which is going to give me a 72. So really, instead of 27 now, it's 72. Okay, and we can do 72 minus 40 now, and we can do 7 minus 2. So 7 minus 2 is 5. 72 minus 40 is going to be 32. There you go, 5 and 32 45ths. Okay, number 10. Greatest least I don't know why I keep saying greatest common factor. Least common multiple of 4 and 6 is going to be 12. Okay, so 4 times 3, 1 times 3. 6 times 2, 5 times 2. Again, we have the problem where we cannot subtract 3 minus 10. It'll give us a negative number. Okay, so we had a 5 here. We had a 1 here. Okay, so I'm going to borrow 1 from the 5. This becomes a 4. I'm going to add 12 onto my 3, which becomes now 15. Okay, 15 minus 10 is 5. We got 12 as our denominator, and then 4 minus 1. So 3 and 5/12. Okay, number 11 on the next page. Multiply, the first one's been done for you, so we're going to go on to number 12. Okay, I'm going to make these all improper fractions first. Okay, so 5 times 8 is 40. 40 plus 5 is 40. 5 over 8 times 1 times 5 is 5, plus 2 is 7 over 5, times 2 times 7 plus 1, that's 15 over 7. Okay, I need to multiply by the lowest common denominator of 8, 5, and 7. Okay, which is going to be, and actually what I can do is I can actually cancel. Let's try to do that first. So I'm actually going to cancel out my 5. That goes into 5 once. Goes into 45 9 times. Okay. That is the only thing I can cancel. So I'm just going to multiply straight across now on this one. Okay, so if I multiply straight across, I'm going to have 9 times 7, which is 63, and then 63 times 15. I have to do that one up here. 5 times 3 is 15, that's 31. That's 3 and 6. So 5, 4, 9. So 945 on the top. And my denominator is going to be 56. Okay. I need to simplify this now. So 56 goes into 945. That's what we need to figure out. So we're going to do 945 divided by 56. Okay, so 94 minus 56 is going to be 38. I'm going to bring down my 5. 56 goes into 385. I'm going to guess, let's see, 50, 100, 150, 200, 250, 300, 350. We're going to try 7 times. So 7 times 6 is 42. 7 times 5 is 35, plus 4 is 39. I am too high, so it has to be 6 times. Okay, 6 times 6 is 36. That's 33. Okay, I'm going to multiply, or I'm going to subtract these out. 15 minus 6 is 9. 4, bring down my 0. Okay, 56 goes into 490. I'm going to guess, let's see, I'm going to guess 8 times. Okay, so 8 times 6 is 48. That's 44. Okay, that works. Subtract this. Let's see how long this keeps going. So you got 8. Now that's going to be 2, 4. Bring down another 0. And that's going to be 7 times now. Okay, and let's see if it keeps going. Won't make us do the whole thing if it keeps going down. 16.8. Okay, so it's going to be 16.875. All right. So that is your long answer for number 12. 16.875. Okay. Number 13. Again, I'm going to make them improper fractions first. So 1 times 3 plus 2, that's going to be 5 over 3. Times, that's going to be 7 over 3. Times 9 over 10. Okay. I'm going to cancel out this 3. That goes into that 1 time. That goes into that 3. Makes it a little bit easier. I can cancel out the 5 over here. That goes into that once. And cancel out the 10. That goes into that twice. So now it's a little bit easier. 7 times 3 is 21. And 3 times 2 is 6. So that is going to be 3 and 3, 6, or 3.5 for number 13. Okay, number 14, I'm actually going to erase my work from this one up here. Okay, number 14, again, I'm going to make them improper fractions. So 5 times 8 plus 2, that's going to be 42 over 8 times 18 and 5 is 23 over 6. And then 7 and 5 is 12 over 7. Okay, so again, you can cancel out some things here. I'm going to cancel out the 7. That goes into that 1 time. 7 goes into 42 6 times. 6 goes into itself once. 6 goes into 12 twice. And that's all I can cancel out. Okay, so 6 times 23. I'm going to do that up here. 18, that's 12, so 138. 138 times 2 is 276. So my numerator is going to be 276. My denominator is going to be 8. Right? I need to see how many times 8 goes into 276. So 276 divided by 8. Okay, 8 times 3 is 24. 8 times 4 is 32. So 34 and a half. Okay, so it's going to be, your answer is 34 and 1/2. Okay, and that's number 14. Okay, number 15. 3/4 of the jelly beans are Sarah's. She gives 1/2 of her share to Megan, who gives 2/3 of what she has to Katie. What part of the jelly beans does Katie get? So multiply 3 fractions. Okay, so 3/4 are Sarah's. All right, so she has 3/4. I wish they gave us a little bit more room on this problem. I'm going to write it over here. So she has 3/4. Okay, she gives 1/2 away, and then she gives 2/3 away. Okay, so what part of the jelly beans does Katie get? Okay, so again, I'm going to see if I can cancel anything. I can cancel this 2, that goes into that once, and it goes into 4 twice. The 3's can cancel, and now we can multiply. I got 1 on the numerator, and 2 is 4 on the denominator, so 1/4 for number 15. Okay, number 16, there were 48 jelly beans to begin with. How many actual jelly beans did Katie get to eat? Okay, so 1/4 times 48, right? 48 times 1/4. Again, you can cancel out. 4 goes into that once, 4 goes into that 12 times. So she got 12 jelly beans. All right, number 17 is taking us back to the Pythagorean theorem. All right, so a right triangle has measurement of 9, 12, and we're looking for this. Okay, so remember, we need to do 9 squared plus 12 squared. It's going to equal c squared. So we got 81 plus 144 equals c squared. Okay, 81 plus 144 is going to give us 225, and the square root of 225 is going to be 15. So we know that c equals 15. And the last one, 6 times a number, so 6n minus 7 equals that number, which is n, plus 33. What is the number? Okay, so we need to get n by itself. I'm going to subtract it on this side, get rid of it, subtract it on this side. I'm left with 5n minus 7 equals 33. Okay, I'm going to add 7. That's going to be 5n equals 40. Divided by 5, n is going to equal 8. And that is 15D. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this. And I feel like I rushed through it a little bit, but I need to go eat dinner. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, let me know.